The third thing I want to remind you to do, encourage you to do, is to take time to renew yourself, to renew your energy. Because we're not robots, we're not machines. Our body is designed to have times of energy expenditure and energy recovery. It's got to have a flow. And they've found from studying the human body, from studying high performers, that we need to renew our energy every 90 to 120 minutes. That's kind of the window for our body. And if you pay attention to your body will tell you that. Have you ever had that feeling where you just kind of feel like you've hit the wall, that I cannot push through this? Sometimes it happens to me. I'm sure it happens to you, running our businesses, everything that's going on. And we try to push. We don't usually obey our body's rhythm. We try to just continue pushing through, to continue expending energy. And then if that means we stay up late, we don't get enough sleep, and guess what? The cycle starts all over again tomorrow. So there are a lot of ways we can renew our energy. Everything from nutrition to sleep to exercise, practicing martial arts. Obviously, all those things renew our energy. But there's something we can do in this instant, right now. And to me, that's always what I'm interested in. What can I do right now in this moment? Because if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I know I'll feel better after I sleep tonight. But I can't do that right now. Or if you can take a nap, take a nap. But what can you do in this instant? And here's where that 16 to 20 seconds comes in. Because breathing, the simple act of breathing, just pausing to breathe and do nothing else, is a way we can renew our energy. And all it takes is 16 to 20 seconds. That's what they found. Jim Lohr's a performance psychologist, studied high performers. He was studying professional tennis players, trying to figure out what is it that makes the high performers, how do they consistently outperform everybody else? But we're talking about professional, so everybody's at an elite level. It's not as if, if it's me and, John McEnroe in his prime, okay, it's going to be very obvious to see what is the difference in skill level here. But we're talking about high-level performers. What is the difference? So he watched hours and hours of video, and he's watching, is it the skill? Is it the talent? Is it a technique? And what he found was, it was none of that. But those who performed at the highest level would take these 16 to 20 second windows to pause, to breathe, to calm their heart rate, to clear their mind after each point, because a tennis match can go on for 2 to 3 hours. So you can't be on constant energy expenditure mode, otherwise fatigue sets in, and fatigue will override any amount of skill or talent you have. So the high performers know they've got to pause and renew in that 16 to 20 second window. That's all that was necessary to help them perform at a high level. And I want us to, let's experience that right now. Let's see if it works. If you just take time to breathe. So I encourage you right now to join me. Let's just take a deep breath in. Breathe out through your mouth. Sit up straight in your chair. Call this bringing our attention to this moment. So we're really here as if this was the most important moment of your life. So just sit up and breathe. And just keep breathing, just normally. And just feel your breath, whatever thoughts, whatever you've been thinking about this presentation, about this event, what's going on at home, that doesn't matter right now. Whatever's coming up, the next session, we don't have to worry about that right now. But if you just breathe and just feel your breath coming in through your nostrils, breathing out, just feel your breath. Now listen to the sounds in the room, the sounds next door, the air conditioning system. Feel your feet on the floor, the sensations in your body. All right. Did that feel any different? Can you feel any effect of that? That's more than 16 to 20 seconds, and that's with me talking during that. If you take that time just alone, when I do this in longer sessions, people always come out feeling more clear, feeling renewed, more peaceful. And that gets back to, again, success happens out of who you are. But we've got to get back to that place of calm, where we're not being affected by everything that's going on. But how many of you would say that it feels kind of awkward to just sit there quietly and breathe? Something we're not used to doing that. We're used to doing. And here's a quote from Tony Schwartz related to that. He said, "Speed is a source of stimulation and fleeting pleasure. Slowing down is a route to depth, to more enduring satisfaction, and to excellence." I think that's what we're all looking for, right? We want to experience life and our work, experience it deeper. We want to experience satisfaction. We want to pursue excellence. And we think that the way to do that is, well, the faster I can go, the harder I can push. But it's slowing down is the key. And just look at your own life again. I know for me, when I get up here and speak about this stuff, I want to be very clear, I'm not a guy who's got it all figured out that I'm doing this perfectly every day. When I'm not speaking about it and researching, I'm practicing it myself. And again, I run a small business. My wife has some chronic health issues. We have a young child. Life is not easy. So uncertainty is something I live with every day. Having my mind full with everything that's running around, something every day I face that. And I know when I start to get off track, when I start to feel burned out, when I'm not leading the business as well as I could be, when I'm not being as good of a father as I could be, I know that it all comes back to this, that my energy is gone. So I'm just kind of bouncing through life like a pinball. It's not going to be good for me. It's not going to be good for anyone around me. So learning to slow down and pause and renew our energy is the key. And just as a side note, companies like Google and Procter & Gamble, General Mills, these are all companies that have figured this out. And these are high-performing companies that care about their bottom line. But they've figured out that this matters so much to getting their employees more engaged, to allowing them to perform at a higher level, that they're creating mindfulness. A lot of this is in a field called mindfulness, which is simply being mindful of this present moment, paying attention to this present moment. They've actually implemented mindfulness training programs for their employees. They set up meditation rooms or rooms where their employees can go and just pause to renew their energy. So if it works for these big companies, then I know it will work for us. I know from my own experience that it works for me, and I encourage you to try it as well. And if you're already doing that, then I encourage you to keep doing it.